these guys are disease free. They are not causing diseases at all. Soldier flies. They're not like regular house flies, and these are the larvae for them. So you can see quite a bit amount of them. Just a little scoop of it. They're moving. They're ready to eat. Is Nelson with a village by the river. So what you see here is the starter of our soldier fly larvae. We already have one bin, one big one, but we wanted to produce them in a more controlled environment so we know when we can harvest and reproduce them fast. So we're putting them in smaller bins like this. We have a bunch of these. We just purchased them, about 120 of these guys. So soon we're gonna have these available for everybody that have livestock and chickens. So literally this, by count, there's about 3,000 here of soldier fly larvae to start on this bin. This is a mix of spent grain, which is wet, just enough consistent. I'm gonna actually make it a little wetter than this, and that way I don't have to change it. They eat this stuff really well, really fast. We want to get them to mature larvae stage, which is about 8 to 9 days, depending on like where they are. You can see they're all different sizes even here. But yeah, they're alive. We ordered them, and this is how they came. I will share the information of the places we ordered. But I wanted to actually produce them this way this time because my bin actually have different ages, so it's hard to maintain it that way. And I've already been feeding them to the chickens. They love it. So I will show you guys the progress of this. What I am doing right now, I have a little bit of molasses to encourage them to eat fast and get a good amount of sugars in them. And then I'm gonna make sure it's really wet. I don't have the ratios yet, but once I actually figure that ratio out, I'll share with you guys. So this is our first test bin, and in the next 14 days or so, I will show you the progress of how much they've eaten and how it will look. So this is spent grain here, guys. Okay guys, so we are mixing molasses here in this pot, making sure it's really soupy to give them the amount of sugar they need to encourage them to eat this spent grain faster. That's the goal. So I'm gonna put it in there in a consistency that is very soupy, so I don't have to add water while they're already eating, because this stuff absorbs water. As you can see, I put that much and it's still already dry. See? So I'm gonna put more, almost all of this, to get the consistency I need. I actually need a little more water. Even with that, still it's not where I want, but it's soaked in there. It has enough spent grain, enough molasses, sugars, but I just need a better, like a more soupy consistency. This is about the right consistency here. Yeah, you want it to be soupy, wet, because it will continue drying, and because of the air, it will dry, so you don't want them to have dry bed. They have an option to move to a drier area that they prefer if it's too wet. But when it's too dry, they really don't like it, especially the temperature here in Sacramento. So that's a good consistency right there. I like that. Some will say it's a little too wet, but I've practiced with them a little bit, and they tend to like that consistency there, soupy, little soupy. And I'll show you how I put them. I put majority of them in the middle of the bin, like right here, hoping that they will go outside of the bin if they need to. A few in the corners, and they will bury themselves immediately. As you can see, they'll start eating going down. You see, like right there, another cluster there. That's quite a bit amount on the corner right there. Another more on that corner. They're very tiny, but there's a lot of them here. So they will bury themselves. You can see in a few minutes here, you may not even be able to see them. And they'll start eating this stuff very, very fast. Okay. They're thinking about it. They're in there. You can see right there. Here. And then I'm gonna close them, and then I will show you guys the progress in a week from now. It's not tight seal. We need some airflow in there like that. That's enough. Put them where there aren't rodents or other critters, and that's it. We'll obviously move it. We don't want it to be in the front of our house, but yeah, thank you.